Morning Sunshines, you're waking up to a Terra leak from Pokemon and Game Freak releasing a lot of information about various past games. Lots of beta Pokemon designs, which are really cool. Loads of them. Lots of discarded new Pokemon designs that we have not seen and have not been implemented in the game, but might be still in the future. And then some updated information about Gen 10 and an unreleased multiplayer game that they are still working on. Yes! Alright, let's have a look at this. So this is kind of on par with the Terra leak that was way back before me. That was back in the day, and it had a lot of cool stuff in it. And this is much bigger, this one. It is much bigger. It also includes, it seems to include things that is not even just Pokemon. This is a terabyte of information that was obtained from an admin of Nintendo via, most likely, what was it, a phishing scam or whatever. So, here we go. Let's have a look at some of the new information for Gen 10. All the old stuff. There's lots of lore as well, covering old Pokemon. And there's loads of stuff. Let's just get into it, shall we? First leak is the 2 songs you just heard. There are 2 tunes, one theme, one battle theme, that were discarded, unused. So, enjoy that. Now, this is the document, or this is a screenshot of what we were looking for the Gen 10 information. Get right into the Gen 10 stuff, because I know that's why you all clicked in. This is, you can see, the dashboard for an admin of Nintendo at My Products tab there. He has some upcoming events and things that are relevant to his job. And if we go down to the products, you can see the Pokemon games come up. Pokemon Violet Scarlet, Pocket Journey, Ikaku, that's a code name for an old game. And then Pokemon Card Version, Gaia K Test, Gaia N Test. These are 2 games that have not been released yet. These were tests done, if we look at the date for these tests, 2023. One was, they were both September 2023. Alright, so that's kind of huge, kind of a big deal. And Gaia is the code name for Gen 10, folks. That is Gen 10. They were testing Gen 10 last year. Gaia K, Gaia N, the 2 different versions, as you would expect. Now, things that we know about this game that have been pieced together and so on. The game itself is going to be in a heavily watery map. So that could be Japan. Japan is full of islands. You can have a lot of water to cross to get to different parts. Kind of like Gen 7. There was lots of water there. Hawaii. But people are speculating Greece because Japan has been done to death. Hawaii has already been done, unlikely to be done again. It's not that big. It's not that significant. Greece is a new place, and it is also a heavily islanded kind of country. So there we go. Gaia K, Gaia N. Could be cool. It seems to go along a sort of a earthy, natural theme, right? Gaia being earth. People are speculating K for kaze, for wind, N for waves in Japanese. So maybe Pokemon, wind, and waves. Okay, that'd be cool. Well, we'll see. We'll see. That's something that is yet to be confirmed. But what is confirmed is the test and the game is there. Now, another information about what this game is going to be compatible with. It's going to be compatible with both Switches. Of course, I don't even know why people would ever even guess that's not going to be the case. Of course, it's going to be compatible with both Switches. Absolutely, but it is being tested for the new Nintendo Switch Ounce, which is Nintendo Switch 2, Ounce being its code name. So Nintendo Switch 2 is the main test platform for this. Of course, they're going to be gearing it for their new platform, but of course, it's still going to be available on the downgraded version, the Switch 1. So, giveaways for the foreseeable future, folks. Don't worry about that. We got years to go for giveaways. You all get the latest, hottest, perfect IVs, shiny versions of every brand new Pokemon that comes out of Pokemon Legends ZA and Gaia K and N. You'll be right here to see that. So drop that sub if you don't know about my giveaways. Crazy? You don't know about my giveaways? Alright, here we go. That's that. Now, there's another game on the agenda too. And that's codenamed Synapse. Synapse is a multiplayer game developed by Pokemon and ILCA. Now, we do love ILCA at this channel. If you guys are new, you should have been here for the BDSP days. That was an ILCA game. Even Pokemon Home was an ILCA game. And they're busted beyond comparison, man. You can do anything with those games. You can bend them, break them, twist them, bash them, bop them. absolutely anything, and the things we did in BDSP are unspeakable sacrilege to Pokemon and Game Freak, and that really put me on the radar. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the multiplayer game. Well, you know, only time shall tell. It is a battle-focused multiplayer game, so that could be very, very cool. I'm hoping something along the lines of an official version of Showdown with a little bit more zest to it, like graphics-wise, music-wise, and just that sort of stuff. So hopefully that'll be cool. These are some of the files that were available in the leaked stuff. Just showcasing some of that text. Trainer, all text files, so trainer stuff. Don't know what that is. README, you know, Poke List, alright. Some other stuff. Kaiwa, I don't know. Item list, there we go. Character list, and all that. So, very, very interesting to see this stuff come out now in this gargantuan leak. Other information about this game is it's supposed to be sort of like a Splatoon-like game. So, it might not be actually what I just expected, which was for Pokemon Showdown. It's probably going to be quite different. But maybe something like, not like Pokken, but maybe like you play as Pokemon in an arena and you have to do some different things with your abilities. Could be cool. So maybe more akin to Pokemon Unite, except maybe not quite so MOBA. We'll see. Now, taking a step back into the past, this is a cancelled game from Game Freak for the DS, which was a bug battler in which there was a particular mechanic called fusing, and you could fuse your Pokemon, your bugs. So very, very interesting that maybe that is something I've been talking about that they should add in the next gen, or at least a future gen. Next gen being the closest, of course, is fusing your Pokemon. I think that'd be sick. I think that'd be way overdue mechanic, and I think it would add a hell of a lot of replayability and variety to the game. That would just blow the playability of like Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet way out of the water, and it'd be pretty simple to implement these days. So this is just a feature from a different game, not Pokemon, that was scrapped, that maybe was scrapped because maybe they want to use it for Pokemon. Oh, there's very, very big guessing there, of course. But anyway, what's not guessing is this was a fusible Pokemon-like battler game that was scrapped. Here we have the extended Pokemon Black and White intro. For anyone who's interested in some more past Blast leaks. So the quality, of course, guys. This is from a DS, isn't it? Damn. Well, there you go. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Although Black and White was in my in-between phase, I never actually played it organically around the release time. I only played it fairly-ish recently, a couple of years ago. And that's that. Now for some new Pokemon that have just straight up been discarded. These are not redesigns. These are completely discarded, new, unseen Pokemon from before. So, very cool. They may still be something that might be added, or an iteration may be added in the future, somewhere down the line. This is clearly like a shark-looking thing. Quite a intimidating appearance too, as opposed to what we usually get in Pokemon games, which are all cute and cuddly and suitable for 1 and up. So that's that. Then we got this like horrific spider looking thing here that turns into a scorpion, or vice versa, or is just, that's just a side view of it. Quite horrific. Very cool though. And then this thing, now this is a complicated one. This has unknown sketched into the side of its body, but it looks like a bunch of unknown trapped in a wall that just became a zombified spider scorpion looking thing. And again, very un-Pokemon-esque, very horrific-esque, you know what I mean? Not really their MO, but definitely real. These are just fully discarded. A sort of looking fossil dinosaur looking thing. Completely discarded, nothing like this in the games. Like a shark dog looking thing. Now the only thing that I could draw a comparison between with this one is an existing Gen 6 Pokemon, you guys know full well, which is a form of Zygarde. And it does look like one of the percentage forms of Zygarde, the dog version. Except again, it's horrific. It's got a very different body looking thing going on. Concept art, folks. This is where it starts. This is where it leads, wherever it leads to with Carina, and I don't know. So that's cool. Then we got more looking stony-esque, fossilized looking dog things right here. Very obscure, very different to anything we've gotten as well. Then we also have this sort of shell scallop thing with a ghost or monster looking thing inside. Quite a cool thing. Definitely scary, creepy, because it's got its eyes protruding from the 2 holes in the shell when it's closed. It opens and then there's the monster inside. Some more images of this guy. Yeah, these are all very like rock based, almost all of them are very like rock based. Maybe these are like fossil concepts, because we didn't get any fossils in the new gen. So maybe these are fossils concepts for the new gen that were just end up scrapped in the end. Be unfortunate, but that doesn't mean they can't use them again in the future. Another scrapped shark looking Pokemon. There seem to be a lot of different shark style and dog like beast style Pokemon in the scrapped Mons. However, this looks quite cool. We might get this in the future. Next up, we've got the Gen 3 beta sprite leaks. This is the entire collection of all the Gen 3 beta sprites that have been leaked so far, and there are other Gen leaks as well on the way. Let's just go through some of these. They are quite nice. I am going to have it zoomed in for everybody so you can see as best we can. Starting from the top left, we got these like some of them are very different to anything we've seen before, and some of them are fairly similar to what we know that have been implemented, of course. So we'll go through them all kind of quickly here, so that we don't spend too long looking at them. You guys can of course feel free to peruse as slowly or as many times as you want over this section to check them all out. So many. This is such a unique one right here. This put on the side, clearly a combination of Blaziken and Latias. Very similar to both of them, as if it was fused by, for example. Yeah, we've got some similarities here, and then very unique ones that are not being implemented in any way, shape, or form. Is that Milkery? But this is cute though. That obviously evolves into this. Yeah, some of them are evolutions side by side, but they seem to go from right to left sometimes from left to right. So you gotta pay attention here carefully. But that's cute. That little blue hippo. That's quite a cute one to have in. Cool shark Pokemon here by itself. I like it. Tropius. This probably replaced Luxray. Or Luxray would probably replace this, actually. That way. Yeah, we got some of them are not being changed very much at all, though. Some of them are completely unique. Which is quite cool. There's a little seed, there's a little bowly pin thing. A little wooden chocolate rabbit or something going on there. Cute. I like it. Man, the thing is with beta sprites, we know from the previous, was it Giga Leak, that a lot of the beta sprites were not really used, but some of them were, or at least some aspects of them were, in future games. Is this Primarina? That's crazy. I mean, obviously Primarina changed quite significantly, but it's possible that if we look back at the Gen 3 days, we have a sprite here, or a Pokemon here, that was possibly used all the way later in Gen 7. And that's the reality of leaks like this. That is beta sprite stuff. They end up using them later. Now, Absol's got a really cool design here. He's got different colored eyes, blue and red, and then he also has a yin-yang design on his back, from the back view. That's sick. Why did they get rid of that? I don't know. But then we go down further, Bayonetta here, big blue lips and Swinblue. We got big golden egg Pokemon here. Now, you guys that can recognize this one from its face. That turned out to be a poison type big purple blob instead of the gold. Oh my, what are they thinking? And cast forms there. That looks way cooler, in fairness. I'm not gonna lie, that looks way cooler than what we got. And of course, you gotta consider Pokemon has been super babied down. This doesn't look very different at all. There's slight coloring difference. The Peacock is cool. Peacock Pokemon overdue? Question mark. Then down the bottom here, another dog that may have turned out to be like Mabostiff or whatever. What is it in the new games? There you go. What's this? Crustle? And the star of the show, folks, the Gen 3 starters. Here we can see we have Torchic with wings on his ears and one leg up, one leg down, very like Hoot. Here we have Trico, practically unchanged, completely almost the same. And here we have, wait, that's nothing like what we got. That's the water bunny, a little water bunny, very cute with a little ring to stay afloat in the swimming pool. That would have been a cool Pokemon, man. That could very well be still a starter for the next gen. Who knows? This is what the UI looked like for Gen 3. We can see just very similar to what we're kind of familiar with, but on the left-hand side, we got the Pokeballs, which show Poison and Sleep, and different Pokeballs as well. Next up are the Gen 4 beta sprites, folks, and we can see some roly-poly, licky thing, really different to what we are familiar with here. I can see a Cricketune, very fat compared to what we got. Skunk looking much more Chad here than before. Shaman with, what, more flowers, way more flowers. Arceus, the early day Arceus, pieces of him, actually looks pretty much like what we ended up getting in the end. So many things here. Ampibomb, Flower Bud, separated into different pieces. Looks pretty much the same, but here's an early beta Arceus. Sorry, Darkrai. And there's the actual Darkrai that we ended up getting, I believe. So over here we got Skibidi Toilet, actually an actual Pokemon that was going to be implemented. Now, I was joking on Twitter when I said this is the Toilet Rotom. It might be, but actually this also looks like a washing machine that you can get in Japan. Some washing machines are quite cheap, actually open up from the top like this and you stick your clothes in and like, it kind of looks like this. So this might still be washing machine Rotom, but they ended up going with a more Western or mealy design instead of this, which is not mealy. This is when you buy and you put in yourself or whatever in your house. It might be a toilet. I don't think it is a toilet, but it does look like Skibidi Rotom toilet either way. And there's the lawnmower. We ended up getting the freezer thing, a little bigger than what we ended up getting. And some other things here. This guy's got a mustache! No way. Does he doesn't have a mustache in his current design, does he? This doesn't look that changed. A little bit of smiley face. And then Giratina stuff put into pieces. The actual maybe final design and then the beta design. Beta Giratina. What? Some beta Porygon stuff going on here. Or Porygon, was it Z? I don't know what's going on with this Porygon over here, but that's quite cool too. Some more betas. Smile, okay. Beta characters, I mean that's pretty much all for the Pokemon for beta Gen 4. We do still have Gen 5 coming, but this is a character sprites beta style. Gary included, Blaine included, Brock in there too. Is that Misty? So you know, you guys know who they are. Lance, all the works. And then the characters, the main characters. The male and the female main characters. Beta sprites for Team Galactic. They got like this kind of more of a Japanese style, or like a Chinese style even. Dress. Kind of nice. Oh, these would be your main for Gen 4, of course. And we got some trainer sprites here. That's it. Concept art for Deoxys. Gen 5 time! Lots of Pokemon in Gen 5, folks. This got some really cool designs which we need to talk about. This one being the first, a new rock-based looking dragon thing, which I believe, with the arms made smaller and the color changed and its tail removed, turned out to be Gen 9's Baxcalibur, is my belief. So yes, like we say, old beta sprites can be reused. This is of course for Gen 5, folks, so it's much later than things with Gen 1 and stuff that we already saw from the previous Giga Leak. This being a Terra Leak, much bigger scale. But yeah, that's scrapped or changed. And then of course we got a Mew-like mouse-looking Pokemon here, which of course is not, or was not ever supposed to have been Mew, because this is Gen 5 beta stuff. This is way after the Mew stuff, and we did already get our beta leaks from Mew and all that stuff way back when. So this is a cute looking thing that we should have and could have gotten and may still get. Always worth keeping that in mind, folks. Then we got the Hydreigon replacement. Looks way beta, man. That looks awful. That looks pre-alpha. Going over a little bit more further here, we got the Snotty Bear, a little less white. We got the Simmies, we got the Fakachu, Leopard going black and red stripes. Very nice. They've changed it to purple instead. Going back over here, we got some starter action over here. A little bit different, definitely. A little bit different. Zoroa, not really that changed. Stunkfish, changed color. More starter action here. Pignite. And that's not that changed either, honestly. That's not really that changed. Then we got some legendaries and mythicals. Victini had wings originally. But I think they opted for the wings being its headpieces instead, or crown, you know. They got rid of the wings. Genesect looking whack. Some of the forces of nature in it. Quite different, quite different. Indeed. Reshiram, Zekrom. A little different because some more body designs on them. Zekrom ended up keeping this kind of color scheme when using a move, but they did opt for the pure white and pure black options instead. No rings on its neck. A crab-like crustacean character here as well. We did not get that, I do believe. And this is what, Basculin? A little bit more of a shark-esque style, longer body. Scrafty? Is that you, buddy? Then we got the Swords of Justice coming in. Original styles for the Swords of Justice. Fascinating. Some more designs for Seismitoad all the way up from its evolution. Quite different. Very, very different to what we ended up getting. Some alt designs too, by the looks of it. Some more very, very different to what we ended up getting in the end. This is a little similar, Archops, is it? And looks just more detailed, I suppose. A little bit more detailed. What in the world is that? I don't know. We know that one. And then some fossils, some Fossilmon. There we go. A sinister version of Cacturn. Now, this is what sprites should be like, in my opinion. They shouldn't have babied Pokemon so hard like they did, and they're still babying it even more and more. But whoever drew this obviously got fired. But either way, Cacturn was used, sort of. There's a different kind of style of Cacturn, but it looks cool. All right, fellas, that is everything from Gen 3 to 5 so far. Yet, there's still lots more to come. We still have Gen 6 and 7 to cover, and as it stands, at the moment, as of reporting, the leaker for all of this stuff does not want to share information for the new Pokemon Legends ZA game or Gen 10. However, it's bound to come out, but that definitely confirms 100% that there is information, more information for those two gens that are out there from this big gargantuan leak. So we'll see. Someone else may get their hands on it. Someone else may leak it. It's highly likely, actually. But either way, probably the first person, the original person, is probably being a little cautious in order to not get hit with all this legal stuff like has been happening recently with some other people here and there. So that's something to keep in mind, but that is so far what we've gotten for today while everyone's going to bed now. We will see what comes out for Gen 6 and 7 in a separate video down the line. There's been a lot. This has been a long video, but thanks for watching. Drop a sub if you're interested in all this stuff, and I'll see you around in the next video. Have a good one. Bye.